Okay, I am live. Let me grab the link. And yes, when people show up, I think I got it. I copied the clipboard. Let's see. Okay, when people start to show up, that means close the box. I will pass the link. All right, everybody knows. Well, I can actually start passing the link around now. I don't announce my shows. That's all right. I don't announce my shows. It is not intentionally done that way. It's just I keep doing stuff up to the last minute. Now, let me see. Get on my channel. All right. I will start passing out the links to Facebook and Twitter. Those are pretty much the only things I'm on. All right. These are the to watch links. And when people show up, hey, what's up? Shingoji, this is Tim. I'm setting everything up. I'm about to pass the to watch links to Facebook and Twitter. And I'm just updating everything from last week. There are a few updates. Like, I have a description of the spirit guide and some events that led up to it. Not events, but some conversation that led up to it. All right, there's that one. I hardly get anyone from Twitter, but I still put it up there. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Liked and shared. Awesome. Yeah, some interesting updates from last week. And the cemetery trip, the spirit guide, all that stuff. Also, want to talk a little bit about the ufology scene tonight. I am planning on a short show because I've got to work at 12 o'clock tomorrow. See, Rich messaged me. I want to get Rich into a cheapy telescope like I've got. And somebody else came in. Hello, anonymous user. Oh, no, wait, that's me. It's me and you. That's it. Okay. Yeah, he's trying to get John Greenwald on. Awesome. And yeah, he's talking to me on Twitter from yesterday. I want to get him I want him to get into a basic Celestron with a Nokia adapter so he can use his awesome Nokia phone that can already record the moon, and he can go further into the moon. Or not into the moon, but, go further and see clearer. I'm going to reply to him. His show just ended. Well, actually, it ended a little while ago. And I wasn't able to listen. I was out in Ashland City doing stuff. Okay. Well, I'll send him the link. I doubt he'll show up. It's all good. I don't think he believes any of this. Rich Giordano, I know you don't believe me. It's all good. Still love you, bro. It's so funny. But that's okay. I don't want people to believe me blindly. And that's all I got right now is blind faith because I can't prove a spirit guide. How do I do that? I'm looking. I don't know how to do that. I have no idea how to do that. All I can do is say, I got a voice in my head. That's all I can do. Okay. All right. The link is shared to watch the show here. And it is on YouTube right now. I am actually watching myself on YouTube. Okay. Alrighty then. So everything seems to be updated. My hair is still kind of wet. It's all good. And yeah, got a few updates. So I didn't write any of this down. I'm going from what's in my head. Not the greatest way to do stuff, but it's what I got. Yeah, it's impossible to prove, and I asked no one to really believe me. But I just, okay, about proving a spirit guide, I have not gotten to that point yet. Okay, I just got to the point of getting a description, and oh man, when I got one believer, my ex Maria, one believer, because I'll have to tell you when other people get here. If anybody shows up, I'll give it a few minutes. All right, I got my Alien Girl 111 mug, of course. It always warms up perfect at 1 minute and 11 seconds. 111. Here's my commercial. Tastes like disclosure. I'm so corny. Amy, if you see that, plug me. Tastes like disclosure. She sells them. I forget. I'll see if I can get you a link. I got somebody here. Got 3. I'm 1. You're 2, Shannon. And there's one more in the chat right now. I am waiting. The thing said my sound was good, but I have nothing to listen to. There's nobody talking but me. Unless you want to come on. Shin, unless you want to come on, sit, I don't know, like we did out the driveway. I will see about the link. How does my sound doing? Does it sound okay? Let me know. Put it in the chat and I can read it. But okay, yeah, there's some dead air. Dead air is working, I guess. Okay. But yeah, I got some updates. Shadow and Sun said they're gonna get here. And Sun might get here. Maybe, maybe not. Okay, I have yet to watch that yet. Thinker Thunker, I have yet to watch it. I haven't been able to get on there. Just, I've been pretty occupied with cemetery, spirit guide, spirits in general. It's some crazy stuff. Watching omens. Oh, you have no idea, dude. And did I talk about the oil change? The non-oil change? I can say the non-oil change story. Okay, the next day after the cemetery, this is when I knew there was a spirit guide there, but I didn't know any information yet. Just, there's a voice in my head. replying with information I don't have. So I was like, okay, I will check them out. Thinker thunker. And I went to go get my oil changed. The places both close. Well, one, the Take 5 is where I go. They did me good, so I'm fine with them. I got up there, and the line was super long at 2 o'clock. So I was like, okay, I can just go get some stuff at the other store, and I will pick up and come back, and I'll go through at when I get back. Hopefully, the line will be down in about an hour. I get there in about an hour. Okay, on the way, I'm thinking I'm just going to get an oil change, and the voice is saying, "No, you're not. You're not. You're not going to get an oil change." And I'm like, okay, I'm not doing anything dumb. That's the only other times I've had this voice come in my head is when I was doing something dumb. And it's like, stop, just stop. Don't do this. This was arguing with me about an oil change. It's a very grown up thing to do. So I go up there, line super long. I'm like, I'll go over there. She's like, I say she, spoiler, right? I say she. And I was like, okay, well, I'll just wait. No, you're not getting an oil change. I was like, okay, we'll see about that. Supernatural. You don't know how to do an oil change. I'm just debating, right? I get back there. They're closed. I'm like, what? What is this? Close at like 4. It's like 3. Or they close at 5 or 6 and they're closed at 3 something, 3:15. The guy comes out because one door is closed. There's one car in there and it's a 2-lane place. And the guy comes out. And I'm like, hey. And he's like, hey, we're closing up for the day. I'm like, what? Why? I'm looking at the clock. It's like 3:15 or something. He goes, yeah, can't get anybody to work. I'm like, oh man, that sucks. Okay. He says, you can come by tomorrow. I'm like, no, I got to work tomorrow. So I know of another place. He says, go to this place over here. And I go over there. Jiffy Lube, just maybe 2 miles away. I get over there, exact same thing. And the whole time, you're not getting, in my head, you're not getting an oil change. No, it's not going to happen. You're not going to get an oil change. No, you will not get an oil change. That's what's going in my head. I'm like, no. Okay, I get over there, exact same thing. They can't get anybody to work. The guy makes the lame excuse, the system is down, but he's the only person there, and he is turning everybody away. Let me see. He's turning everybody away because he says the system is down. No, there's nobody to do the work. He's the manager. Managers don't do that stuff. They manage other people doing it. That's the way the corporate places work. That was Jiffy Lube. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm not getting an oil change today. And I just feel right here in my passenger seat. I'm like, okay, you're right. I'm not getting an oil change today. So I'm like, can I at least go buy a bottle of oil at the store? Like, as if she's sitting next to me. And I get like, okay, a positive response. No words, just a feeling of a positive response. So I'm like, okay. So I go down to O'Reilly's. I get the bottle of oil. It turns out, well, I just needed a bottle of oil and got it, put it in. I'm done, right? No oil change. And I'm thinking, you knew, didn't you? You knew that was going on and that was going on. Yeah, that was the non-oil change event on Saturday after the cemetery. She knew. And it wasn't a future thing. It was a right now thing. And I've got a theory about that. The theory is my theory. Okay, I'll go ahead and somebody's here. Hi, somebody. Who came in? Let me see here. I can only see who is chatting. I might want to. Shingoji, welcome to the moderator team. I'm putting you in right now. I hope. The video should not be interrupted, but the YouTube, I'm doing it on the PC over here. Okay, whoever it was, left. Okay. And let me see. I'm trying to look for your icon. That is the StreamYard icon. Because I have 2 Shingojis on YouTube, and I need to look at yours. And find you, not somebody else. Okay, let's just, whoops. Can't see Chew tonight. Huh, okay. It possibly was her. What did she look like? If you can put a description in, come on, tell me the description. If you can put the description in, tell me. And I think that's you. No, you're not showing up on the YouTube studio thing. So I will figure it out later. Okay. Apparently, it's my channel's birthday. Whoop-de-doo. Okay, well, I'm looking for Alien Girl. So I can pass that link in the chat room for the mug. I don't see the mug. I will put some stuff in the description after the show. Anybody else here? I got one hidden user. I think I know who it is. What's up? Yeah. Okay. Well, is there links? Let me see here. I don't know where to find her now. Okay. All right. Check in about 2 hours. I will put up links in about 2 hours. I'll change the show description. I want to concentrate on what I'm talking about. But yeah, I don't know much about spirit guides. Okay, I am led to believe everyone has one. The more sensitive you are, the more likely you are to be in contact with yours. Somebody showed up. Hey, Dorothy. Well, I don't know if I would call this a show. It's definitely bloggish, but I don't know if I would call this an actual show because I have zero production value, almost no preparation, and I just go 1 week at a time. It's good to see you too, but I have all this, which is almost nothing going. I don't prepare. I don't research because this is my paranormal side. Welcome aboard. I don't think Rich believes anything coming out of my mouth over here. I don't think so, but that's totally okay. And yeah, this is me going over because the paranormal has been off the hook for me for the past little while. And it started, did you hear me talking about, did you hear me talking about um, when I swapped routes and I thought I was on one, but it turns out I was on the other, but I was on both. But then I was on the one. Yeah, that's okay. I'm working on getting proof. I want proof too, but I'm at the point where I'm going to do it, whether anybody believes me or not. I don't care right now. Yeah, that was the first really weird thing that happened when I switched roads. I took one and I was on the other, and I was like, "Well, what?" It was just so confusing. It's still confusing, but I've had a lot happen. Um, I did a 30-minute one of these uh, last week before I did my big show. This is the big show, and I relayed what happened to me in the cemetery. I have an update for that, but I want to wait till my uh, Shadow and Son they show up, and I want to give it time. Let's see. It was weird. Okay, but anywho, I'm trying to follow the chat. The chat's in real time in both places, but the video I got it muted over here. How does the audio sound to you guys right now? Let me know. Okay, loud and clear. I have a 28-second delay. Yikes. No wonder things get confused from chat to me. Okay, 28-second delay. I was roughly timing it. But yeah, the highway incident was the first thing that happened that I can remember and can relate. And I could have swore I had proof of it because I have a dash cam. And even though it's a cheapy, crappy Walmart one, um, it records, and it records the big road. It doesn't have to read the sign or anything because the roads are obvious. But I checked it and there was nothing on it. And I kind of lost heart, so I didn't look any further back. Cool. Thanks, Dorothy. And, but yeah, I don't expect anybody to believe me, right? All I can do is tell what is happening. And that's all I got. When I am able to get proof, I will produce it. Um, I can't answer that text. It'll kick me out of here. Um, if you message me on Facebook, I can get that, but I can't. I didn't even get uh, a chance to read most of it. But if you do message me on Facebook, I can get that. Okay. So where I'm at now is I'm still establishing clear communication with the spirit guide, and it seems to be a lot clearer than other people and theirs. They say watch for signs, and I don't have signs to watch for. I used to watch for signs. There's a story. I have a story. I'm reading your chat, Dorothy. Um, what? Do what? I didn't hear anything. Oh, that was a text message. Progress. Yes. We're talking about signs, right? That was my text message. Deep, gravelly voice saying, upgrade in progress. It's the Cyberman. It's not Spirit Guide. It's the Cyberman soundbite that I have for incoming alerts. I don't. Hold on. Okay. I had this issue first 2 weeks ago. This is my Bluetooth speaker. It was on. It makes the phone noises when I have the headphones in. And I would say the timing was perfect. Guys, don't say sorry. Timing was perfect. That was awesome. Thank you, Dorothy. Something about progress. Yeah. Ah, the timing could not have been better. I'm talking about upgrading the way I talk to a spirit guide and signs and things, and upgrade in progress comes through on the speaker. Perfect. See, the force is with me. Spirit guide made that happen. It was perfect timing. And it couldn't have happened with a more appropriate friend than you. Okay, but I have had signs come through before. So, yes, synchronicity. Synchronicity. And I didn't pay attention to them. Years and years ago, I'm accrediting all these weird happenings to this entity that is the spirit guide. And I went from Fort Bliss to San Francisco, and actually LA. I went to Fort Bliss to LA. I was trying to meet somebody up there. It was before easy internet. Internet was dial up, and it was really expensive. It was the very first internet out there. I believe it was actually 1996. 95. Sorry, it was 1995. And I didn't even have a computer at the time. So there was no internet communication available. It was all telephones and fax machines. Yes, way back in the day. Reading. Okay. And my intentions were not so good, right? My intentions, honestly, I was 20 years old. My intentions were not so good. I'm not going to go through the intention, right? But I wanted to visit someone, and it was not in a good way. So it is supposed to be about, I think it's from El Paso to Los Angeles. It's not that long of a drive. It's not as long as across Texas. I can Google it and, right? Tell you because, yeah, the signs were okay. Anyway, I forget it. I'm not going to look at that. I had to stop and sleep from El Paso to LA, and everything that could go wrong did go wrong. I was driving a little white truck. I had a flat tire. It started doing this. I don't know what it was, but it was stalling out in traffic. Fast traffic. LA traffic is fast. My ATM card wouldn't work anywhere. Nobody would take a check. Yeah, we were still in check days. And when I got to LA, I had no way to make a phone call, and I got kicked out of the place for stealing a collect call. And yeah, that was a bad day. So I was hungry. ticked off, let me see here. Yeah. Hungry, ticked off, bumming things because I had money in the bank, but I had no way to access it because card didn't work. Nobody took checks. So I'm like, this sucks. And I had to stop and sleep at another friend's house in Arizona, near Phoenix. I can't remember the name of the town right now, but it's a suburb of Phoenix. And they were like, hi, what are you doing here? Family of a friend. And I was like, well, I'm going and doing this. And even she said, it was my friend's sister. Is this trip a good idea? And I was like, well, I don't know if it's a good idea, but I'm doing it. I didn't do it. Okay, I made the trip. I got to LA. The person wasn't where she was supposed to be. She was in X. She wasn't where she was supposed to be, and I had no way to get in touch with her. And I was like, whatever. Okay. I started heading home. Just started heading home. Card started working. Everybody, I didn't have to write checks because the card was working. The truck worked great the whole time. Traffic lightened up. And it was an overall very easy trip back. I was not meant to go. I'm not going to be relaying messages from my spirit guide at the moment, but she's talking to me. And where are we at? Okay, I am half an hour in. I will go ahead and update. Cemetery update coming in at, where am I? I don't know. Someone note the time. Cemetery, okay, 32:07. Cemetery update. I'm going to write that down. Okay, take my own Amish boy advice. I have a computer. Use it. What did I say? 32:20. I told Rich that. He was like looking for a pen to write down a note. I'm like, hey, Amish boy, you have a computer. Use it. Here I am. Okay. Cemetery update, 32:20. I'm going to take notes now. On Saturday, I figure I upset everybody by being up there because it was not nice, right? We went up there and everybody got mad. I'm talking about the spirits that live there. So what we did, yeah, you're right, Dorothy. Okay, what we did is end up pissing everybody off in the cemetery, talking about spirits. So I thought about it all week, and I got to live here. The cemetery is literally 50 feet that way from my place, maybe 100 feet, but it's right there. I don't want angry neighbors. So I was like, okay, this is not new ground. What do people do to appease spirits? And I thought, I don't have any gold. I don't think they would appreciate gold as much as, like some weird deity that I'm not familiar with. Ra would love the gold. Right? So I was like, food. Every spirit loves food. So, and I was like, what could I do? What could I get them? I don't have means to cook a whole lot in here. So, what am I doing? And I'm like, well, they're country people. I'm country people. What do all country people like? Biscuits and gravy. So this is where it gets all backwoodsy and rednecky. I went to Whataburger, or not Whataburger. I went to Waffle House and I got 2 big orders of biscuits and gravy, big orders. And I said, and I left, and I took it to the cemetery, and I'm like, and I did my, hey, everybody, I'm sorry about the other day. Didn't mean any harm. My friend was curious. Went through, I don't know, I guess you could call it a bit of a ritual doing it. And there's two parts to the cemetery. Shin, you remember the two, front part, back part. Back part, weird part. I'm not going to say good or bad because it depends on your perspective and context. But back part, weird. That's where the weird stuff happened to me and her. And so I did, hey, I'm sorry. I brought y'all some breakfast. I literally woke up at 8 o'clock in the morning to do this. So I go back there and I leave it. And I'm like, I'm sorry. When I walked out there, I did this for the front and the back. When I walked out there, I got the feeling of, this guy. And they were like, why is this guy back here? I can't wait till he leaves. That's the feeling I got. And when I left, the feeling was very happy. It was very friendly, very neighborly. And I think it was well received. My offering of neighborly apology was accepted. I'm confident of that. I'm not going back there for a while. I will leave them to their devices. No, I'm not doing that. Peace offering, yes. I didn't leave it back there. I went back there. I probably should have waited till sunset, but I went back there about 2.5 hours later. And I was like, hey, everybody, I'm here to pick up the dishes and the leftovers. And I did. I picked it all up and I said, again, I'll see y'all soon. Y'all have a good one. I live over in the house. Done. And it worked. I don't think I am going to attract the attention of that person. But yeah, peace offering. Definitely Dorothy. So that's what I did. And everything is Hakuna Matata. I finally update. Okay, that is cemetery update number 1. Cemetery update number 2, 3720. Okay. I talked to Adana. I was like, what happened? She has not told me anything up to yesterday. And I hope so. I hope so. I certainly hope so. After I get done here, Dorothy, I urge you to go listen to my 30-minute one on this channel. And it explains what happened there with the context I had at the time. I have more context now. Okay. I will leave a link, or it's on the channel. I'll try to leave a link. Okay. I talked to Adana and she said that she has never experienced the fuzziness. She did experience the darkness and the fuzziness. She has experienced the darkness before also, not as intense as that was. But okay. I'm glad, Shin. But I know I ticked him off that day. But okay. She has never experienced the fuzziness. And okay, I am I do paganism, right? I do, and it's kind of freelance open source paganism. I call it techno pagan because everything I do has a technical bent to it. But I am initiated. Okay, I went through initiation. And that is a big ritual. Me and 2 other people went through at the same time. Okay, every coven does it differently. I was initiated into a Sumerian coven, and we did it that style, Sumerian Wiccan. And it's interpreted the best that we can here because nobody knows how they did it. But something you learn how to do, and I've been able to achieve it one time, is to go between worlds. That's a thing that covens can do sometimes. They symbolize it every time they cast a circle. Okay. And what happens is it gets darker and it gets blurry outside of the circle. That's what happened. And that's what was ringing the bell that time. See, I had to think about this stuff afterwards. So that's what seems to have happened that time. When we were taken between worlds. And okay, Adana said she saw the darkness and she saw the fuzzy. She did not see the four guys. Okay. I'm the only one who saw the four guys. And she said, okay, she was being taken further and they wanted to keep her. But she is got her own mojo going. Okay. She's got her own spiritual strengths. She's not initiated, so she has never been between worlds. It is a trip. I've been able to do that in circle one time, like I said, but she said that she felt being pulled in and literally her feet were sinking into the ground. And if she didn't keep moving, she felt like she was going to get pulled all the way down because I think she said it was down to her ankles. My feet didn't sink down. Hers did. And she said that she had to keep moving. And another thing, she saw a hat on the ground. There are no errant hats sitting around there. Okay. Dorothy, I'm reading your chat right now. Yes, I was born into Roman Catholicism also. So I have a taste for ritual. I don't like to do it. I'm just able to do it. But okay. She said she saw a hat. And I was like, huh, was this and I'm thinking, this is Revolutionary War. Is it a tricorn hat, like tri-corner hat? She goes, it looks like they tried to make one. Somebody tried to make one. And this was not a tricorn hat as per like the uniform requirements, but someone who lives on the farm tried to make one of their own when they didn't have one. I was like, okay. And she said she couldn't see me either. And I was like, well, yeah, you were just gone. I had told her that you were just gone. At the moment, I was so taken by my own experience, I didn't get to talk to her about her experience. And then we both went to work and got busy doing other things a whole week. And I have been texting her all week and she didn't reply. I'm like, why are you talking to me? I thought she just didn't have the ability to process what it was and put it into words. Turns out that's a lot true. Okay, more context, right? Okay. While I was being told, well, right before I was being told, you don't go anywhere, you stay right here, like command wise, I had that fear going on. But this thing talking to me and the three other guys that were there, they were not scary. Okay. They were not scary to me. They were, oh my gosh, look. But they weren't scary. They weren't scary, like chills up and down the back and all that stuff. No, they weren't scary. I had fear before I saw them. And I was told later that was my spirit guide putting that into me to get me to stop. And it felt like I had a person holding me, kind of like not physically, I didn't feel hands or anything, but it was like mentally going, okay, stop right here. Like holding on my arm, like, okay, don't go any further. And I was like, after that thing told me, I was like, I'm not going anywhere. Message received. And so Turns out that fear came from my spirit guide. More context. That is cemetery update number 2, Adana's words. And she said, yeah, that's all she would tell me. And she said she didn't feel the same kind of fear. She wasn't feeling that. And later on, I was told spirit guide didn't know what was going on over there with her, didn't know what she was doing. She was worried about me. I'm like, okay, fair. And well, that's it. Cemetery update 2, Adana's stories. So the context I got, spirit guide update. And let's see, 4550. I will leave these in the, yeah, 4550. Spirit guide update. The next day, my ex called me out of the blue. Hadn't talked to her in a long time. We're good, okay? We don't hate each other. She's been doing the mental speak a lot longer than I have. I have never done it. I am just now learning how to do this. And it's very strange. Let me tell you, when you've never done it before, it's freaking weird. And I am not in charge of it. I can yell and scream and hoop and holler. I am not in charge of the spirit speak. Whoever I'm talking to is. Maybe I'll have some modicum of control later. Not right now. She has it. She can speak and hear. And I'm like, okay. She calls me out of the blue and says, she's discussing, she's doing this, she's doing that. And I'm like, you will never believe what happened. I tell her the story. And I'm still getting impressions and images, and any voice response is in my head, in my voice. That's the way it was happening at the time. And okay, so she said something about, well, your spirit guide and this and that. And I'm like, I'm telling her I have a spirit guide, and I'm remembering all this stuff I've heard about them, about how they can go anywhere instantly. They're supernatural beings. And I'm like, jokingly on the phone, I say, hey, Maria, how about I send my spirit guide to talk to you, and you can act like a relay station so I can hear what's going on. And I say that seriously, right? But jokingly, I say, hey, you getting this? We both hear on the phone. Yep. And I'm like, did you hear that? She says, yeah, I heard that. You didn't say that? I'm like, no, I didn't say that. My spirit guide got on the phone with me and gave me a verbal response. It was either my spirit guide or the CIA. Okay. And I am old news. I don't think CIA cares about what I'm doing now. Yeah. And okay, Dorothy, the first introduction I had to my spirit guide, I'll break from the story time, right? To tell you this. This is too funny. I was listening to something about ufology, and yes, we do. I was listening to something about ufology, and something happened. And I'm thinking, that's going to make them mad. And I hear a joke in my head. It's the emperor saying, yes, they can use their anger. And I was like, oh, that's a good joke. Oh my God, what? Where did it come from? And yeah, that's how that was the introduction to the verbal exchange from my spirit guide to me. All right, Dorothy, you've seen me in Rich's chat for a long time now. And I am very skeptical when it comes to all this stuff. I don't have any physical evidence. I don't have any recordings yet. I don't have anything yet. I am a very tough room. Yeah, it was. I was like, Yeah, that's a good joke. Wait a minute, who told me that? But I'm a very tough room. I will find the science answer, the practical answer. I do that. I'm not going to say I'm a debunker, but I'm skeptical because I want to know the truth. It is a deep-seated desire to know the truth about all of it, whether I can comprehend it or not. Rich understands this. Most of us understand that, and um, I want to know the truth about stuff. And I'm working on evidence. I don't know how I'm going to get any evidence of this short of like an EKG that can project pictures of the spirit guide standing next to me, or maybe, I don't know, the spirit guide will come in to my live stream. Who knows? I don't know. So, um, I'm, you know me, Dorothy, I'm very skeptical. Everyone who knows that I've been working with Rich, off and on working with, supporting forever, knows I'm fully skeptical. I'm right there with Rich. We're right here. He probably thinks I'm crazy. Probably thinks, oh God, Nathan, you need to go get yourself checked out. I did. I've been checked out lots of times. And aside from some physical stuff, it's not mental. Yes, you're correct. Dorothy says, theory phenomenon comes to each person in a very personal way, specifically suited to their own growth and personality. I think we're supposed to be doing just what you're doing, meaning me, sharing experience. Thank you, Dorothy. I appreciate it. That's a vote of confidence. I need it because I have two or three people who believe me, and uh, maybe three or four. That's all. I don't have complex PTSD. I do have some of it, but I've managed to keep myself calm. I don't have the symptoms very often, right? Okay. But yeah, um, I got a towel on my chair, so I keep it up with clamps, and they like to slide off. Um, we're both, yeah. I tell people, don't look too hard. You'll think I'm really crazy. But okay, where was I? Oh yeah, she introduced herself to me with an Empire joke, an Emperor Palpatine joke, and I was like, that was awesome. That was funny. Who was that? And then I got to. It was like I said, "This is really happening." Yes, this is really happening. Oh my God. And it became a dialogue. At first, it was in my voice. And okay, when I got to talking to my ex Maria, I think, okay, pause. I think Shadow and Son are still overdoing their show. Let me see. Had something come in. Okay. That was Michael's Drones and RC. I think I met him over at Goofon. Yeah, I don't tell too many people. And it's one of those pieces of it's one of those pieces of information about yourself that if you want people to believe you, you don't tell them. But if you want people to leave you alone, you tell them, and they go away. It's a tactical thing. If I want people to leave me alone and put me in a box because I know they're going to, then I tell them about the weird stuff, and then they expect that from me, and I can use that. And it's a bad trait. It's a manipulative trait, but that's the way people do. That's the kind of behavior they give me. That's what I'm going to work with. And I don't go out trying to fool anyone. I'm not trying to manipulate, like actions and opinions. I don't do any of that. So, all right, back to the update. In the context, I have Maria on the phone, and she's describing. Now, okay, I have to take a note. I have to leave links. So, Rebecca the Ghost Guide on TikTok. She is the face. Actually, she was the first person I thought of as the persona for my spirit guide. But I don't, in the face, right? I was mistaken. But this is the face that I gave her in my head, so I had something to relate to. Rebecca the Ghost Guide. But Rebecca is very thin and just, what is that? Petite? Yeah, petite. This person didn't come off as that. So I thought Cara Dune from Mandalorian. And I was thinking, okay, she looks like Rebecca the Ghost Guide, built like Cara Dune. I'm like, works for me, complete with armor and everything. Now, I had not given this description to anyone. I had Marie on the phone. I'm like, what does she look? She starts describing what she looks like to me. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm still not convinced at that point that this entity was even human, right? So Dorothy just said something. Let me get on here. Okay. Yeah, I've been told that a lot. It's all in my head. I know when things are in my head. I want to read it, Dorothy. Dorothy says, I'll send you my story of a weird experience writing a story. I posted it on Twitter and Facebook. Came along with weird weather. Rich thinks is all in my mind. Didn't feel that way. Yeah, I know. I'm going to get told all this stuff is in my mind. But okay, the description, she says she's not very tall. She has darker Middle Eastern or Asian skin color, and she's wearing armor, like old armor. And when she gets angry, her eyes tend to turn yellow. And I'm like, these were something like my words. Are you kidding? Are you serious? Is this what you're getting? Are you seriously telling me? And I look over to address the entity. I'm like, I'm going to call you Xena. She just described Xena, warrior princess, to me straight out of season 1. So I'm like, and Maria says she's smiling. She likes that. I'm like, she looks like Xena. I was very close to the way she looked. That's Xena. And when she got angry, her demigod came out and her eyes turned yellow. I think so. But so now I won the pubescent boy spirit guide lottery, having Xena the warrior princess as my spirit guide. Works for me. I am all for that. So that is the final update that I have about the spirit guide. And I'm trying to think of what else I got. In ufology. Okay. Small ufology update. We are at 59:30. Takes me that long to take a note. Okay. Small ufology update. Lucier is off the air. He is no longer on doing his show. He says he's going to go and cover other topics. And I'm like, see ya. I was never a fan because he was okay. There have been 2 camps up to now in online ufology. There has been the Lou show, the Lou shows, the Lou Elizondo bandwagon. I've never been on it. I've gone on Rich's show and other people's show saying, yeah, I don't believe Lou is on the level with us. Oh, the Artemis rocket failed to launch. Second time. You know what, Dorothy? I had a feeling. The Artemis launch, oh, I'm not getting into it. I'm not getting into it. It's too popular of a topic for my little, I don't care to get into it with anybody about it. But I kind of saw it coming because, all right, it's not about the rocket. It's not about the money. It's about the spectacle, how many, and what, how far they can drag it out, how long they can show pony, all of it. There, there. I said it. The Artemis project, the Artemis launch project. Well, I don't know if it won't ever launch. They said that about the James Webb Telescope. It's up there. Took almost 20 years. But yeah. Disclosure Project 2001. But they're drawing this out. The Artemis launch is the newest, flashiest topic in space news. So they're going to draw it out. They're going to let it sit there and they're going to keep milking it for views, clicks, and headlines for as long as they can. And that does not mean they get to launch. That means they get to wait and make more headlines, talk more about it, draw it out more. Kind of like so many of these other people in ufology. But okay, Lou Jimenez, out of the picture for a while. He said 5 months. I don't know. And since Lou was the last topic, yeah, distraction. Look over here. Don't look over there. Since Lou was the last topic, I think that space exploration is going to be the next. I don't know what the next topic is, right? But Lou and all that stuff. Okay, Rich and me, actually, since I was not on Rich's boat, I'm on the truth boat. Okay, I want to know the truth about stuff. I don't care who comes with me. If I call it, I call it independently of everyone else. It's nice to have people agree with me, but I'm not doing it because they're doing it. I'm doing it because I want to do it, right? And yeah, the ufology channels are all going to go, oh my God, this nobody on YouTube in Star Wars shirt is talking about ufology. Go along with that. I'm not monetized. I could give a shit less. Okay? Scoot. All any haters, take it somewhere else. Don't got time for it. Don't even want to discuss it. So, yeah. And I want, the reason, all right, Rich, just interjection here. I asked Rich to go look at my 30-minute show from the other day, and he said he would. And I wanted him to do the way he looks at everyone's show. Am I lying? Talk about my body language. Hey, Joe. No. Joe, stay. But I asked Rich to come through, and I don't think he has because I'm not the ufology scene. I understand. I get it. I'm the paranormal scene. And it's not really his main aim, right? So that's fine. But I wanted him to come through and evaluate, not production value, because I have none, but am I lying? Body language, facial. What am I doing with my face? Do I believe what I say? Do I think it happened? Or am I lying? Am I trying to sell something? I have no book to sell. If you want to buy a book, go to Amazon, find one, whatever. I recommend Cheryl Costa. Good book. But no, I'm not selling anything. And I'm still wanting Rich to do it, but he's got his plate full. He's got a whole lot to do. And I might have bones to pick with other people, but not here. They had their chance to come to me person to person. They know who they are. I am done. I walked away, and I'm not going to speak to them again. So, and they know who they are. Let me see. Joe, go watch my 30-minute show on this channel and tell me that doesn't sound like the world the between worlds. Okay. Yeah, they do all work together. I totally agree. But Rich focuses on the UFOs. I know they go together. Apparently she knows they go together, my spirit guide. I still don't have a name. So I've been able to get a voice and a face, kinda, a description, and I still don't have a name. It's not Xena. I know it is not Xena, but okay. Would you like to come on? You can put a link in here. Actually, I don't know if you can put a link or not. Send me a link on Facebook, email, or Twitter. That's basically what I do, right? I have all the socials, but I don't use them. Okay, that's good. So, I'm still on the ufology update. That happened. All the bullshit has been called out as bullshit. It is narrative. All the mainstream news headlines and morning shows, they were all being misled. And Lou is got a new gig, right? What happened? They fired him. Just like I said they would ruin his life so he could never be involved again. That didn't happen. That was my prediction. That didn't happen. They did fire him and he had to get a new job. He's got a new gig. And all that shit was to get funds going a certain way. To what? Make reports with nothing in them? They're not telling us. I don't know who they're going to tell. But yeah. Well, that's all I got for ufology, right? And a lot of people are getting back together who were split apart by the uh, cult of Lou, the way they called it. I heard it called that. Okay. I am on Messenger, Joe, and I'm not on Facebook here. I'm on Facebook on Facebook. Like this stream is not going to be coming up on my page over there. But the cult of Lou is over. And several people are still giving money to the same order, ATIP, I think. I don't have the research. Okay. I watch other people and I do the paranormal, spiritual. I live next to a cemetery. I do local stuff. I'm doing local stuff here. I don't have the resources to go to Hawaii, go to California, go to Las Vegas, go to Washington, D.C. I don't have the resources to do what needs to be done in ufology. Go find Lee's Cave. I don't have I would go too. I would have gone too, but I don't have I'm not going to. Oh, Tennessee is haunted, all of it. And there's cultiness all over. Shin, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, something I could say. Okay, 110 Gatlinburg. I never got to talk about the Bigfoot thing. I'm going to talk about Bigfoot. What was it? 1 hour. Me and Shingoji Tim went to the Bigfoot conference about a month ago now, and it was fun. Okay, I did a little study of my own. I talked to a lot of vendors, and I talked to Shan, put the guy's name, Dr. I can't remember his name. The guy that you got the signatures from. Put his name in the chat if you would, please. Because the Bigfoot researcher, he was all about the physical, right? However, I talked to him, I talked to several vendors, and I talked to a couple of people I was just standing in line with at the food and wherever I was. Every single one of them had a very in-depth either UFO or ghost encounter of some kind. All of them. That never happens. You don't get a 100% turnover ever. Okay. Now, I didn't ask a million people. I asked maybe 15 people. I'm okay. I just had a, hey, Blue Chicken's here. Thanks, man. It's nice to be live. Nice to be able to go live and not wreck YouTube. I'm doing, you walked in on the Bigfoot Conference talk about. I never talked about it online. I don't remember talking about it. Jeff Muldrum. Yes, Jeff Muldrum. We met Jeff Muldrum. He is an interesting guy. Okay. Very, very interesting guy. I was observing him, Shin. I was observing him, and he has some idiosyncrasies about him, but it's a Bigfoot conference. I expect no less. He did not disappoint me. The crowd, the fans disappointed me. Okay. Observations from there. There is a huge following for this topic, right? There was a guy selling Bigfoot merch, didn't even believe in Bigfoot. They had a haunted office. And they were still fans of, well, no, they believed in Bigfoot. They weren't researchers. They had a haunted office. And I was like, okay. And I went and talked to different people. Jeff Muldrum saw a UFO, has seen a UFO before, legit. And okay, oh yeah, what do YouTubers always say? Hit like and subscribe, or just hit like, or hit thumbs down, thumbs up, whatever. It's a like, it's a view. But it would be good for you to hit like and subscribe, because I may go monetized in the future. Not this time, because it's toxic on YouTube. I ain't messing with it. But do please hit the thumbs up for no reason other than just to be nice. Anyway, because we all know each other somehow. But everybody, I did hear the fans. A lot of them are not. They are not researchers, sciencey types. Shen, you heard this too. I was about to ask questions about. Here was my question, right? Dr. Muldrum, you've said a lot about the science aspect of him being from the animal kingdom point of view. What about the reports of him being transparent, disappearing, and appearing, and not being visible? And then you have the paranormal reports of appearing, disappearing. They have tracks, and then they just disappear. There's no, they jumped up, or they, what about those reports? Why don't you address those reports, please? I never got to do that, because the line for asking questions was very unmanaged, and there was one staff worker there. I don't think he was in charge of anything other than chairs. He was supposed to be managing the place, and I got out of line. I was like, the questions that came from the audience were, they were not even sciencey questions. They were like the kind of questions R. Keith Andrews gets, like, what do aliens taste like? What? Out. I was like, why are these people here? I was like, why are these people here? Daughters, that one lady stood up and says, my daughter wants to know if you're taken. Hee 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 hee. I'm like, this is supposed to be a science conference. Out. Get out. I was thinking, get out. But yeah, Dorothy, I'm just reading the chat. There's toxicity. Oh, well, that's not good. If there's a sound issue, someone put it in the chat. There's like a 28-second delay. So yeah, there it is. There it is again. Okay, let me just have to be careful. I'm using wired. Wireless doesn't work for me very well. Yeah, Dorothy says there's toxicity on both sides of the aisles. Toxic negativity and toxic positivity. Each cannot see themselves in the other. You are correct. Yeah, so that's why I'm not going to mess with ufology too much, other than general updates. That's about it. I sent Rich some links to get a telescope, a Nikon adapter, and something so he can record, right? The parts don't do anything. His camera will record, but these things will give him like massive optical zoom if they can work together. They're all on sale on Amazon. They just need to be bought, put together, and taken care of. And Rich will do that. But anyway, Bigfoot Conference. We picked up some merch. Shin got me a mug. Awesome. Still awesome. Love it. I got my sister a t-shirt. I got me a t-shirt. It's over there in my pile of t-shirts. I kind of cycled through them. And yeah, I didn't want to even address that crowd. It would be so over their heads. I was like, I'm out. And yeah, Tim was like, well, I thought you were going to ask questions. I'm like, did you hear the questions coming from the crowd? I need to get him by himself. There was no way to do that. He had already done his one-on-ones. So yeah. So we picked up some stuff. I heard this one guy. There was a blogger there with a nice fancy camera, and he was talking to this dude, and this dude was like singing every praise he could think of about Elon Musk. And I was like, okay. And me and another vendor, they were over here, and I was listening to them, and I was looking at this girl, and she was like, didn't care, right? She was like, and I'm like, are you hearing this guy? He's like, he thinks Elon Musk created the moon and Mars. I'm like, Elon Musk, nah. No, he's another elite. He made PayPal. He made PayPal because he needed to control money. He said once he controls money, he will be able to do other things. So he made PayPal, an online money transfer system. And Tesla, right? He's done quite a bit. Tesla thought 1:19, 1 hour and 19 minutes. I'm talking about the cars. Okay. Tesla cars use lithium-ion batteries. Who's here? I got 6 people watching. Hello, all. Thanks for coming to the show. I got your message, Joe. Let's see here. Love it. Yep. Love it. I didn't even see this. Talk about the Tesla cars now and Elon Musk. Because there was a dude blogging about Elon Musk and how awesome he is and how he's going to save the planet. The Tesla was right. ICOM bumper sticker. Tesla was right. But I'm talking about Tesla cars at the moment. Okay. Hold on, let me get back to... Okay. Talking about Elon Musk and Tesla cars. He made the car run on lithium-ion batteries, and you can get a Cybertruck. Pay $200 and you get to stand in line for 2 years. So he made the cars, lithium-ion batteries, electric motors, and contracted charging stations and other ways to recharge, right? You know what he could have done? All that engineering know-how could have gone into an ethanol running engine, specifically ethanol, not gasoline, and used it as a generator so the car could run not perpetually, but a lot longer than just between charges. As much effort he put into the lithium ion cells that he uses and the engines, or not engines, but the motors and the drivetrains and all that. Yeah. Yes, he did. Yes, he did. I looked into how the motors are put together. Yes, he sure did. He used Tesla's ideas. But he could have taken a lot of the engineering know-how and put it towards making a good a good ethanol burning generator. And then instead of charging stations, he could have had his own small refineries and contracted farmers, not frickin' Target. I see Target and municipalities. Like you can go to the airport here and charge your Tesla. You can go to City Hall, charge your Tesla. You can go to Target, charge your Tesla. But you know where you can't go? To any farm that could make beets to make ethanol. I got into it with somebody. I know I wasn't really getting into it. I was just discussing it. Somebody posted up something about electric cars taking so much coal to run. I'm like, yeah, ironic, isn't it? So I was kind of like agreeing because I don't agree with the way Tesla's doing it. And he started going like, I am arguing with him, but I wasn't. I was like, I don't think the Tesla is a good approach to how we should be doing it. I think we should concentrate on getting away from gasoline. I guess batteries, toy car design is the way as a step, but yes, blue chicken, it's very complicated, okay? It's very complicated. You don't need gallium. You can use gallium. You don't need gallium. You can do it with stainless steel. Lots of videos. It's called HHO. I will leave a link after the show, okay? But you can look up, well, lots of people have done it. And hell, you can do it in your backyard. Go look it up. You can do it. You can do it. I can do it. Everybody can do it. It is literally, 19th century technology? Yeah, it literally is. But yeah, this guy got into it with me. Whoops, sorry. About how he thought I was arguing with him about I love electric car Tesla electric cars. He thinks it's a bad idea because they're not cheaper to run. And I was like, you're correct. He goes, well, do you have an electric car? I'm like, no, I'm not arguing for Tesla. Are you reading any of my comments? He was so used to people arguing with him that, yeah. Gotcha, Dorothy. Yes. Yes, we can. We can grow enough vegetable matter. It's already here. We can grow enough. Grow. It can be done. Yes, we can do it. And we can do it with a mulch bucket. All right, I'm not going to get into it, but we could have used, I challenge right now, 125. I challenge Tesla to make an 125 Tesla challenge. I challenged him once before. He didn't respond. Of course he didn't. But Tesla, I don't think you can do this. It's not that you don't want to. I don't think you can. I don't think you can make an ethanol hybrid car. I just don't think you can. I don't think you can. I think it's beyond you, because you went with the toy car design. You know what? This thing has a rechargeable battery in it. It's a toy. That's your freaking cars, okay? It has a remote with a screen. That's your car. I don't think you're able to make an ethanol hybrid that uses ethanol for fuel and electric. I just don't think you can. It's out of your league, bro. Forget about it. You take your Atlantean tech and you keep making your toy cars, okay? And they're going to keep blowing up. Yeah, okay. Challenges delivered. Answer it. Freaking Elon Musk. There you go. Okay. I will definitely be chapterizing this. When I say chapterize, you could do that in like Movie Maker back in the day, but there will be links to the time stamps to these topics in this one. Well, I don't think anybody's going to show up. That's okay. I have 7. Hey, what's up, Lamblin? I was going to go about 2 hours with guests, but I don't think they're going to anybody's going to show up, and that's completely okay. This is not their wheelhouse. The paranormal is not their wheelhouse. That's okay. It's more my wheelhouse. I've been doing paganism for 25 freaking years. I can't believe it, right? Mysticism for a lot longer than that. And I said it before. Yeah, Dorothy, you're right. Lithium batteries create, there's more than waste, there's production. But yeah, another waste problem. It doesn't improve the carbon output. It makes it worse. Yeah, well, they said they wanted to be on, but they are into their talk, and that's fine. And one person is out of town, so yeah, that wasn't going to work out. And one person was, the tarot card reader creeped them out, and I'm like, okay, Miss Osland from last time, she creeps some people out. I expect to creep people out. I do. So, yeah, happy Labor Day, everybody. Get paid for your time on, or take a day off, because Monday is Labor Day. I'm off on Monday, which I'm really good. Yeah, dude, graphite battery is not new. It's just being used as an option. Graphite battery has been around since a long time, dude. They just it's not new technology. I've also okay, I'm trying to stick to the paranormal over here, but science, I'm a techno pagan, so yeah, I mean, I have files to work on stuff. Drill bits too. What was that? I dropped something. Another drill bit. These are the most commonly used ones for the stuff that I do. And but I do go into the science aspects of things because techno-paganism. They killed that dude in the 70s. Yeah, hydrocar, that is what I talked about earlier. It's HHO. I don't know what bit you're talking about. Sorry. Whatever happened to the hydrocar, water powered? Yeah, they killed that dude in the 70s. They say it was one of several things. Joseph in the chat will argue with me that it was natural causes. I don't trust the authority to tell me that. If it's a homebrew, it has to be. If you try to change the world, you will be murdered for trying to change the world and messing with big money. So I'm not going to do that. Yeah, I'm not going to. The water car, it has to be done on a personal level. If not, you will be assassinated. I would be assassinated if I tried to take the HHO, make it work. It's literally a high school project, middle school project. Okay, literally a middle school science project. Take that, make it work, put it in a car. You come up with an aneurysm, heart attack, or some kind of poisoning that can't be traced. So, yeah, that's what happened to the electric car. Yeah, he was murdered. Everybody who tries to change the world like that will be murdered, and no one will ever know why you died or how you died. There will be cover-ups. There will be doctored, redacted documents given to you. Say he died of a heart attack. It was suicide. He had some kind of weird poisoning. It happened. It was his own fault. He should carbon monoxide. That just pick one. Pick one. Yeah. Water power, HHO, whatever. They're going to kill whoever works on it. So you have to do it for yourself and not tell anybody else, or not try to change the world. Tell whoever you want, I guess, but try to change the world, they'll kill you. They don't want the world changed. And yeah, okay, let's go back to the paranormal, right? I want to go back to the paranormal because, yeah, I still want to. One more thing about electric, right? That would be me, coffee powered. Okay, what I would like to do is get a small engine. I don't know how I'm going to do this yet, but get a small engine and put a big flywheel on it so it has some weight to spin. Put some weight on it, right? Okay. Yeah, you're right, Dorothy. Ideas never die. Hydrogen infused gasoline. The point is to get away from gasoline. That's the whole point. Um, but get a small engine, make it do the HHO thing, have it fuel itself, spin the wheel, have it keep going, and it not turn off, right? And it just keep running, and it's exhausting steam just to show that it can be done. And you have a bucket of water over here, a small engine over here, big flywheel, and it just runs. No gasoline, oil in the crankcase, lubrication, that's it. And it just runs. And just set it somewhere. Mount it to a block of wood or a wall or something. Make it work. Do it. Make it happen. Yes, uses oil as lubricant. It also uses oil as fuel. Make it work as water for fuel using HHO. But yeah, okay. I'm going to get off of here in about 10 minutes. So yeah, this has been good. Co-hosts and people, I put the links out. Feel free to watch or not. Hit like. I'd appreciate it. It would be great if you hit like. And look, I'm going to hit like on my own stream on YouTube. That's a thumbs up. Yes, HHO uses oil for lube, not barrels of it a year. Not like, how many millions of barrels a year do we need? How many barrels a year does your car use? Not many. Cut it. That's fuel. How many barrels of lube oil does your car use in a year? Big number difference. Anyway, I don't want to use it for fuel. I want to use it for lubricant. Yeah, not fuel, but anyway. Okay, I have got to work early tomorrow, so I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for coming out, and I might figure out something to do, like, I don't know. I don't want money. I don't want the money, but little animations, maybe pictures of toys. I don't know. Yeah, walking. I will be doing more live. Yes. And everybody knew when I was going to be on, but hey, it's all good. There's no guarantees. And I was being talked into this by Xena, Warrior Princess Spirit Guide, anyway, just to do it anyway. And yeah, were you here for that, Lamblin? Were you here for the description? After we're done, it's 1:36. I will be leaving links down below in the description to timestamps. I've been taking notes for timestamps to put in the show description, so you can zip to the different topics that I've covered here. And so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wrap it up. That would be interesting. I would like to do that in animations also, or just artwork of them. You know, maybe not the toys themselves, but I was thinking, like, you know, The Late Show, Johnny Carson, have We'll Be Right Back, and they all had different artwork and they all had different themes, something like that. But this is the end of the show. Thanks for coming. And I'm actually holding placards. Okay. Well, I don't know about learning anything. I need to go see you at some point. I got a lot to update you. Check my channel. Turn me on in the background. I'm all audio only. I'm not doing any video, anything yet. But yeah, you know about 3D printing. So do I. And I've got a lot to update you. Watch for chapterizations. Yeah. Thanks for joining, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. Thanks, Dorothy. I don't know who else here now. Not that many. Let's just see. I got participants. I can. Thanks, everybody. Blue Chicken, Dorothy Hawkins, Joseph Lawrence, and Lamblin, Shingoji. Thanks, everybody, for coming her up. I stumbled only a little bit. I am a bad host. I have no production value here. And yeah, if I can think of jokes to say at the beginning and the end of shows, I might use those. Until then, I'm out. Y'all have a good one. Bye-bye. Let me see. Yeah. Thanks. Well, yeah. Thanks, Dorothy. And, yep. Thanks, everybody. I'm out of here. Goodbye. Have a good night.